Good afternoon, everyone. One of the questions, I'm Mary Blackburn, and I am a certified holistic health coach, and I specialize in working with women who need to be gluten-free for whatever reason, whether it is they've been diagnosed with celiac disease or they're gluten intolerant. And one of the things that I get asked the most in emails and on my blog is, what are the appliances that you should replace once you become gluten-free and you need to eat gluten-free? So I'm going to go over that today with you. The first thing that you need to replace, if you eat a lot of toast, if you're a big-time toaster fan, you need to get rid of your toaster and get a new one. If you are the only one going gluten-free in your household, then you'll need to have two toasters. Basically, you cannot clean a toaster well enough to get all of the glutinous crumbs out of it. So you need to get rid of it and get a new one. Another one is a waffle iron. But the thing is, with your waffle iron, if your plates will come out, my waffle iron, the plates will come out of it. And so I can put them into the dishwasher or put them into a pot of water, dishwater in the sink, and clean them well enough that I didn't have to get a new waffle iron. And now that I am gluten-free, I do not make glutinous waffles anymore. So that's not even a problem for me. If you're on here live, I don't know if I can maybe make a comment so I can see who's here and say hello. The third thing is an air fryer. I do not own an air fryer, so I don't have any real information on that other than to say that if your air fryer can be washed really, really well on the inside, then it should be okay. If it can't, and it has a lot of grooves and things in it where crumbs and gluten can be hidden, then I'd replace it and get a new one. A crock pot. Now, your slow cooker, if it does not have a crock that will come out, then I would replace that as well. My crock pot slow cooker has the crock where it can be completely taken out of the electric element and can be washed by hand in the sink. So I can wash that really, really well. So I'm not worried about using that. And again, my whole entire kitchen is gluten-free now. So cross-contamination of that kind isn't a concern. A mixer, an electric mixer. I have a KitchenAid stand mixer that my husband bought me years ago, but he bought it for me as a gift after I was diagnosed. So it's never been used for anything with gluten in it. There again, if you have a metal bowl, it could be washed unless it's scratched. If there are scratches in it, then gluten could be hidden in there as well. One of the things I do want to say is, again, I want to reiterate that flour can be airborne for hours. So if you have regular glutinous flour in your home and you're using it, it can be airborne in the air. And just like dust kind of comes out of nowhere, then this flour can also do the same thing. So as long as you can clean your mixer really, really well, then you're good to go with that as well. A microwave oven. I keep my microwave oven really, really clean. And again, we really don't have any gluten in the house. So if you feel comfortable in getting your microwave cleaned really well, on the inside, then you wouldn't need to replace it. And the same with your oven. I saw on another article that they recommended replacing your oven. Who has that kind of throwaway money? Especially as much as they cost now, upwards of $300 and $400. That's not something that I could replace. So I would suggest, again, cleaning it really, really well. And if you've got a self-cleaning oven, you could get it pretty clean. Now, what about other things, like pots and pans and that kind of stuff? My dietitian that I saw in 2011, and I saw this was not the dietitian I saw when I was diagnosed, because I was diagnosed back in 1986, but I was having some gastro problems, and my gastroenterologist suggested that I visit with a dietitian at the hospital, and he just happened to be a celiac as well. And so we talked about pots and pans and that kind of stuff and what needed to be replaced. And if you're using non-stick skillets and pots, first of all, I don't recommend you use them. But if you are using them, and they are old or scratched, you're going to probably want to think about replacing them, simply because the scratches, if you've used glutinous food in there before, they can hold that gluten in there, and you won't be able to get it washed out very well. Same with a colander. If you have a colander that you have used with glutinous pasta, chances are you're not going to be able to get that gluten all out of those little tiny holes. So I would suggest replacing that as well. Rolling pins, if it's ceramic or marble, it should be fine. You should be able to clean it really well. But if it's wooden, I'd probably replace it. Same with wooden spoons, wooden cutting boards, plastic cutting boards, plastic utensils, wooden. I replace them. I mean, they're cheap enough that you can pretty much replace them, and you don't have to think about, is this really bad for me at this point? Am I going to get sick if I use this same cutting board, or if I use this same plastic utensil that is scratched or whatever? So those are my suggestions for replacing kitchen utensils. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below. If you're watching this live, I'd love to know that. If you're watching this on the replay, just put a hashtag replay in the comment section. And if you'd like to have the support of a health coach, or you just want to chat, I am offering a free 30-minute discovery call, and I will put that information in the comment section as well. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.